Hi, madam and my friends. I'm Kabilan, son of Subramaniam, the metric number 10 DLS 19F1039. Today, me and my friend, we will telling about how to operate a forklift. They have three sections to drive and operate the forklift. The first step is pre-operation including pre-operation inspection. Second, traveling and maneuvering the forklift. Third, handling load with the forklift. Okay, let me start with forklift pre-impression duties. Before you can operate forklift, you are going to need perform pre-operational inspection, which vary depending on the type of forklift. Second, mount the forklift. Third, start the forklift and perform operation inspection with the engine running. Then, the forklift operator should perform in two inspections. First, pre-operation visual inspection with key off. Then, operation inspection with engine running. Well, we will cover both inspection in this section. Start with the pre-operation inspection. If the forklift operator determine the forklift need to repair or service as a result of the inspection, the forklift must be immediately removed from service. Let's we continue with general pre-operational inspection item. Before the forklift turn on, visually inspect the following: level, hydraulic fuel level, hydraulic hose, that is look for leak, crack or any other defect, and mast chain, look for the crack, break or any other defect. Use a stick or similar device to check the chain tension. The forklift operator should never place a hand into the mast. Then tires. Include condition pressure. Be sure to inspect for cuts or guts. Then forks. Check the condition including the top clip retaining pin and heel. Then loaded backrest extension. Finger guards. And safety decal and nameplates. Make sure they all are in place and legible. Check that the information on the nameplate match the model and service number attachment. Operator manual. Make sure it's on the truck and is legible, complete, no missing or torn page. Then operator compartment. Check for the debris and grease. Lastly, safety belt and other safety device. Make sure they are working properly. Next, we see about mounting the forklift. People frequently get hurt while attempting to mount the forklift they operate. In particular, hazards include hitting your head on the overcage, the slipping, tripping, and falling, especially when feet slip off the step. So here are some ways to avoid this hazard. First, make sure your hands are clean, dry, empty when mounting the forklift. Wear appropriate shoes or boots to avoid skids. Check your shoes for grease or anything else slippery. Grab handhold and get a good trip. Don't grab the steering wheel as a way to mount the forklift. The steering wheel may be moved causing you to lose your balance. Be careful with your footing on at all the time. Beware what you are doing. Do it slowly and intentional. Lastly, pull your body up into the forklift. Don't jump. Furthermore, starting the forklift. Don't try to start the forklift before you complete the pre-operational inspection. Once that's done, start the forklift and then prepare to complete the operation forklift inspection before driving off. First, operational forklift inspection. After the operational inspection with key off is completed and you mounted the forklift, it's time for a operational forklift inspection. You will conduct the second inspection with engine running. During the operational inspection, check accelerator leakage, hinge control if present, brake, steering, drive control include both forward and reverse, tail control include forward, back, hose and lowering control, attachment control, horn, light, backup lamps if present, and hour meter. In addition to all of above, observe for unusual noise or vibration. If you detect any, report them immediately. Okay, lastly, traveling and maneuvering the forklift. Visibility concern while operating the forklift. Operating a forklift with blocked or partially blocked visibility increase the chance of an accident. Impaired visibility can lead to hazards such as collision, falling load, having the forklift fall off or loading dock, striking a crushing pedestrian. Because none of that is good and we want to avoid all it. Do everything possible to make sure visibility is entirely unblocked or blocked as little before as possible before operating. Here are some requirements and recommendations. First, keep clear view. Look in all directions around you before you begin. When traveling, always look in the direction of travel. This includes looking behind you when operating in reverse. Use spotter, rear mirror and or other aids to increase visibility whenever possible. When possible, use concave mirror when entering building or as less and or what approaching corner or other blind spot. If lighting is dim, less than 2 lumen per square feet, use headlight. Use headlight when operating at night, outdoor or in any area where additional lighting will be improve quality. Drive slowly into out of warehouse or other buildings. Moving from a bright to a dry area or from dark to bright can temporarily disrupt visibility. Be cautious on loading docks and stay away from edge which can be a hazard to see. And lastly, slow down and sound the horn across edgeless and other locations where vision can be obstructed. Okay, that's all from me. Another will be continued by my friends Pamitran. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pamitran, son of Nikamaru. My batch number is 10 DLS 19F1106. Today we will present about how to operate a forklift. Okay, the step one is beginning to drive a forklift. So before you begin to move the forklift, make sure your way is clear by looking in your direction of traffic. The sound your horn or use a spotter if your vision is be obstructed. Why this is very important? Because once your show path is clear, proceed with caution down the path of travel. Watch for dangerous curves like blind spot interactions with pedestrian traffic. So for the second step is driving the forklift at speed. So why this is important? Because this step is looking in the direction of and keep clear view of the path of level. And also when driving, always slow down to save level and turn turn the steering wheel in a smooth sweeping motion. And also when driving or down a grade in excess 10%, when the drive a loaded truck with the upload upgrade. So we need to obey and observe all posted speed limits and warning signs. So the third step is changing the forklift direction of travel. So why this is important, because this step always stop completely before changing the direction, and also this step want to use a horn or warning the light to warn pedestrian before and why you operate in the reverse. So step 4 is steering and turning the forklift. For this step, the importance is to plan your route in advance and anticipate all the turns. Never turn with the forks elevated, and also never turn on a grade or incline or decline. And also reduce to speed level and turning, use extreme care when making a turn, because the forklift tail and swings out widely in the direction opposite of the turn. Always start the turn as a possible to the inside corner. So step number 5 is reversing the forklift. So this step is very important, because this step what mean looking behind you when you driving in reverse. Always be aware of limited visibility and use extra caution when driving in reverse. And also considering using the ground guides, the rear view mirrors, the spotters, or other aid, aids to increase visibility while operating in reverse. And also remember that you can correctly anticipate of all their actions, and many pedestrians are not familiar with the operation limit for the forklift. So step 6 is operating the forklift on grades, inclines and or declines. This step is uh, always drive the unloaded forklift with the forks downgrade, and also it's never drive a loaded forklift with a load downgrade. And also when driving up a ramp, drive loaded forklift forward with the load upgrade. And also when driving down a ramp, drive loaded forklift in reverse with the load upgrade. So it's never turn a forklift while driving on a grade, incline or decline. So step number 7 is safe forklift travel practices. This step is always look in all directions before beginning to travel. It must always look in the direction of travel while traveling. And also it's always operate the forklift at the speed that will allow you to stop the forklift safely under all the travel conditions. So it must keep the forklift under control all the times. Yeah, the right of the way ambulance, fire trucks, or other right of emergency in emergency situations. So it's never take uh, part in horseplay while driving in a forklift, and never part in stunt driving with the forklift. So the step number 8 is stopping the forklift. So why this is important, because when when preparing to stop, apply the brake slowly. And also we are stopping the forklift to park, follow the recommendation below as well for this step 8. For the step 9 is parking the forklift. So this is very important, because this step when stopping a forklift, avoid the parking on grade if possible. And also we never park in an unauthorized area. And once stop, tilt the mesh forward slightly and fully lower the load. If you park the forklift on a grade with block, it can be block the wheels. For the step number 10 is dismounting the forklift. So this one, make sure your hands cleared and dry and empty when mounting the forklift. And also check your shoes for grips. Check your shoes for grips for anything else slippery. And also be careful your footing all times. Be aware of what you are doing. Do slowly and be intentional. And pull your body up into the forklift and don't jump. So that's all for this how to operate the steps of forklift for operate. So thank you.
Peace.